Well, I got something for you, and that's a way to wirelessly charge your phone while you're driving down the road. Hey guys, welcome back to techgooch. I have another product review for you, and this is another wireless Qi charger for various smartphones out there, including the newer iPhones. And that is, it's basically a mount from Nexgadget. So this one actually has a wireless charger that actually does grab onto your phone. You don't have to strap it to it, which makes it a little bit easier there. Just plugs in via USB. So you do want to make sure you have a 2 amp plug into it. So like if you're doing it in your home and you're iPhone user, use the larger brick, not the smaller iPhone brick, because you want to make sure that this gets proper power to it. Does, I think, have a max output of, I believe it's 10 watts. But that said, you definitely want to have, like I said, a 2 amp charger to it. It has a lot of adjustability to it, which, if I take it off the top here, basically you can zoom in and out. So basically, if you have it suction cup to the windshield, there's a lot of knobs here that you can get it adjusted exactly how you want it. And I'll show you what it looks like in the vehicle here in a moment. But it allows you to fully put it how you want it. And the same thing, it's actually not just built for the vehicle. You can actually use it on a desktop. The actual suction cup is one of those that has kind of an adhesive property to it as well. These adhesives can get dirty, like I already have it here. But you do, if you just wash these out with some water, maybe a slight soap to it, once they dry, that adhesive property remains on them. So that's one of the nice things about that, especially if you're popping it off and on to different vehicles and things. So on the desktop, I'm going to zoom in here so it's a little bit easier for you to actually take a peek at, because actually how it grabs onto the phone is pretty cool. So this is the wireless charger here, just kind of stuck to the desktop. And as you can kind of see, we have this 3-point system. This lower piece is where the phone kind of sits down onto, and as the weight hits, clasps basically the top ones onto the phone. Now, if you find that your phone's too wide or too skinny, you can actually adjust this bottom piece, depending on the size of your phone. And basically, when you drop your phone in, it grabs onto the top a little bit so it just can't fall off. It's not a quick and easy, oh, there it goes. So that's what it's designed for, and you can adjust that bottom accordingly. So right now I have it all the way down, so if I move it all the way up, now it's going to grab on a little bit differently. And every phone's obviously a little bit different, so it really comes down to your device. It is, like I said, the wireless charger mechanism is built in back here. The plug on the back of this guy, let me pull it up here, plugs directly into the back of it right there, so you can see that's just a micro USB. Plugs in there and then you're good to go. And then the suction cup down here just has this little locking mechanism to set it in stone. All the adjustable pieces on the actual back of it here, you have this big knob here that adjusts this here. You have this knob here that adjusts the in and out, so you can adjust that. Especially if you have it on the windshield, you may have to actually adjust that. And then you do have this tightening knob on the ball joint, so it changes how hard it is for that to move. So you can tighten it down so it's not as easy to maneuver around on you. Especially if you're hitting bumps and stuff, you want that so it actually is fairly stationary. And I will say this as well, they actually built in on the bottom here a hole where that lines up with like the lightning port for plugging in. Now, of course, you're charging it via wireless, so you're not really using that to charge it. I have a CarPlay radio, so I do plug mine into the radio every time. So this more than anything else is more of a mount for my phone, and I kind of put it off to the side like that. Typically is how I do it, just because of the fact that I don't want to have to worry about pulling this out and then pulling the cord out. I pull it out, bring it down to me, and then I do it. So there's no right or wrong way. It's just I've been checking out the wireless charging feature, but I also wanted to make sure I could use my CarPlay radio from time to time as well. So more than likely people aren't going to be doing that, but that's something to say. Eventually I'll get a wireless CarPlay radio and then I won't have to worry about that. But that's the Nexgadget charger with its desktop mount. They do come with a couple different ones. So this and this are the other two pieces that it comes with as well. So you can actually, if I pull this off here, you basically loosen the screw mount here, and then we can actually remove that ball. So once you get it off there, then you just throw the screw mechanism on here, and then you put the ball joint back on there, screw it back down, and then you have an actual desktop stand rather than using the suction cup. So it's, you know, a different way of doing that. And then also the third one they have, again, release the screw, put that back on there. And now you have a vent clip. If you don't want to use the suction cup on your windshield, you can put it on the vents as well. On my vehicle, the vents are terrible. They don't work for this kind of mechanism at all. But I've been in other vehicles that they work actually better, to be honest. They keep it out of your way. So every vehicle is a little bit different. Obviously, the main charger mechanism doesn't change. It's just what piece you're actually attaching to it. So, yeah. So that's the wireless Qi charger from Nexgadget, specifically for desktop, phone, where have you, or desktop or vehicle, sorry. But obviously for iPhones, for Android phones, for multiple different types of phones, and it works pretty well, actually. Like I said, I've been using it for the past few weeks. I've had no issues, other than I had to tighten up these, this guy right here and this guy, not this one, and the ball joint, I think once or twice so far, after they've kind of loosened up after some heavier or jittery roads, I guess. But that's something to keep in mind. But it works good. It charges your phone well. And it's pretty simple. So for, I think it's like 24 bucks, not a bad option, especially if you're looking to just be able to just throw your phone on while let it charge while you're driving, then pick it back off. I actually moved this over to a work vehicle of ours, just for a drive, basically a 3-hour trip that I had to take. It was awesome because it put my phone up there, kept it charged, and allowed me to see the maps. Now, I wasn't using my Apple CarPlay radio because I don't have that in the work vehicle, but it worked awesome. I really liked it for that. So, thanks for Nexgadget for sending this over to me, and I will post a link right at the top of the description where you can take a peek at this yourself, and let me know what you think. Even with the 12-volt adapter, it doesn't come with the adapter, it just comes with the cord. You have to provide the charger piece itself. Make sure it's a 2-amp charger, whether it's in the vehicle or in the house. It doesn't matter the brand, but that's something I will say keep in mind as well. So that's it, guys. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for checking this out. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like, subscribe. We'll see you on a future video right here on techgooch. Thanks for stopping by, guys.